harder. Get kicked, snakes get slithery. Lean in, show y'all the mean and chivalry. Rap ruler, you can ask Buddha. Right jab like Sam Judah. Every member on my team is a shooter.
Every time I close my eyes,
chivalry. Rap ruler, you can ask Buddha. Right jab like Sam Judah. Every member on my team is a shooter. Tight like a room, no room for him.
John Henry, great businessman, John. Thank you very much. Great businessman.
Harder. Get kicked, snakes get slithery. Lean in, show y'all the mean and chivalry. Rap ruler, you can ask Buddha. Right jab like Sam Judah. Every member on my team is a shooter. Tight like a room, no room for him.
Yes, guys, big up everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you very much again for joining me today. What is that one? Camera? There we go. Well, my camera's all out. Sync. Yes, guys, hope everyone's doing well. I've only literally just got back, so yeah, I thought I'd go live. Big up for everyone. Missed it. It's been a while. It's been a week now, so yeah, enjoyed my little break. Lots to talk about as well. Lots to talk about as a, you know, as a Liverpool fan. A few things have happened since I was away. First off, we found out that Trent is an absolute rat bastard, and everyone who said it was correct. Secondly, it looks like we bought Florian Wirtz, a world-class number 10. So, yeah, and obviously, according to Paul Joyce, more to come. More to come. But, yeah, Hope everyone's doing good. I'm absolutely boiling because for some reason it's like 32 degrees in London today. Why? I don't know. It was much cooler down the coast, but now it's absolutely boiling here. So, yeah, I've got my fan on in the background. That's the little background noise you can hear. I do appreciate, but I need my fan on, man. It is hot. Guys, don't forget to get the likes up as soon as you can, man. And, yeah, hit that like button. Let's get over 100 likes as soon as we can. Don't forget to join up my Big Up channel. The QR code is there on the screen. Just scan that QR code. Take you over to my Big Up channel, where we're going to be tomorrow for Vibes with Coppish. So make sure you're hitting that QR code there and subscribing to my Big Up channel. And we're on our way to 10,000 subscribers. That's the goal, guys. So make sure you're also subscribing to the channel if you've not already. Much love to everyone. And, yeah, we got a lot to talk about. I just want to quickly, because I've not had the chance, I just want to quickly touch on the Trent stuff. And it's only quickly. It's obviously now everyone who came out against Trent, and my bed ain't even made, man. Look at the state of this, man. Look at the state of this. When everyone came out against Trent to say he was a rat, people didn't like him. People got told not to boo him. Jurgen Klopp told us all off for booing him. And everyone got played. Everyone got played, including Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp got played as well. That man decided to go and learn Spanish for a couple of years, then speak it fluently. I've heard people say he memorized it. Like, I've heard people say he memorized speaking Spanish. Do you know how hard it is to memorize a few lines, even in a foreign language, and then not to stumble over them lines, you know, to say it perfectly like he did? The man's been learning it for 2 years now. And then he said it's a dream come true. He said it's a dream come true to sign for Real Madrid. You got to take the scouts away from him. You know what I mean? You got to take the scouts away from him. Just take the scouts away from Trent. Trent's now a Londoner. As far as scouts are concerned, Trent is now a Londoner or something like that, man. Trent might as well be Mancunian. You know what I mean? Might as well be a Manc. He said it's a dream come true. He also said, I watched Real Madrid win 3 Champions Leagues in a row. Yeah, and things like that. Does he not realise that one of them was against us when he was asleep at the back post for Vinny Jr. to score the winner? Does he forget that? Does he forget that? Scumbag. Absolute scumbag. You know what I'm saying? Absolute scumbag, man. Can't stand the geezer. Can't stand the geezer. And look, go enjoy your Madrid life, man. And then he changed his name. It's just Trent now. It's just Trent now because apparently everyone got confused by his name. When has anyone ever got confused by Trent Alexander-Arnold? When has anyone got confused by Trent's name? Ever? When has anyone ever got confused by it? Never. No one's ever been confused by his name. Ever. And so, I just call myself Trent number 12 now. Yeah, so you wanted a brand deal, Trent. You stop bullshitting. You just wanted a brand deal. We hear it. So you thought you couldn't get a brand deal at Liverpool. You had to go to Real Madrid for your brand deal, change your name and all this bollocks. No, man. No, it's just... Trent's just a scumbag, man. He just... All this for branding. He went to Real Madrid so he can get a brand like Ronaldo or something like that. Trent 12. Nah, man. And now he's left. Now he's left. Look what Liverpool are doing. Look what Liverpool are doing. He thought Liverpool had no ambition. He thought Liverpool had no ambition. Well, he don't know my owners. My sporting director, yeah? He don't know. He doesn't know. He don't know Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards. He don't know how they work. They don't know how they work. Like, oh, I'm going to leave the club. I'm going to Real Madrid for my brand deal. Woo! I'm going to change my name to just Trent now. I'm going to sign everything, just Trent 12. That's my brand deal. Fuck you, Liverpool. You're in the mud. Yeah, I'm going to Real Madrid. Woo, woo, woo. And they go, Richard Hughes is like, fuck you, son. Here you go, Frimpong. Yeah, Frimpong's in the door. Conor Bradley, you want a new contract, son? There you go. There's your new contract for 6 years, son. You go, you sit there as well. What else is that? What is that? What is that we're doing? What's that we're doing? Oh, yeah. A new number 10. We need a new number 10. What's the best number 10? Oh, let's just get the best number 10 in world football, probably, in Florian Wirtz. There you go. So we're going to get him. So how much we going to spend? Oh, wow. Yeah. Salah and Virgil want new contracts. There you go, son. Don't worry about it. Sign the biggest contracts we've ever given out. There you go. My sporting director. And I think we start to need to own. You know what? I think we need to be maybe on this apology train for Richard Hughes. Yeah, we need to get on the apology train for Richard Hughes. Like he said it before. He needed a year. He needed a year to get used to everything going around the team, signing contracts up, getting players in. Florian Wirtz, man. As Lauren says, it's different. Feels different. We're in that world now. Paul Joyce said it today. I think Paul Joyce put something out today on Twitter saying it, probably from his article from the paper, but he put out an article today saying that this is the world where Liverpool want to play in now. They want to play in this world-class, these elite level playing world. Now, obviously, we're going for players as well that have got potential to be a world-class talent as well in their positions. You know, we're going after someone like Kirkes, who's like 21, 22, who's a superb footballer, who's going to be probably an elite level left back in the years to come, in my opinion. I think he's a tremendous player. You go for Wirtz, who's already at the elite level at 22 years of age. You're going for Frimpong, who's got the ability to get to an elite level, in my opinion, as well. He's got everything in his locker to do what he needs to do. You sign contracts up to elite level talent. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's we got chances to do things, man, and we're gonna do business, man. We're gonna do business, and it's just not going to stop here. You know, Liverpool, I think in a few days' time, get the Kirkes deal sorted, and then we'll have our 3 players in over 200 million spent. My owner, yeah, over 200 million pounds spent. Then I think we'll look at sales. We're looking to get rid of players as well, letting players leave. And then I think we're going to buy a striker, which is going to be an interesting one because there's 3 strikers on the market at the moment. I think Liverpool are going to go for, and it all depends on what one's attainable. And there's one attainable at the moment that everyone's after that I think we're actually going to probably go and get. And there's 2 others that Liverpool really want. And if they can get it, go get the job done. This team's not finished spending. You know, they didn't spend no money last year. Yeah. Liverpool had like 200-300 million pounds spare last year. They've already generated around 203 million, 200 to 300 million from last season just gone. You've got like 600 million to spend. If Liverpool really wanted to, you know, if Liverpool really wanted to, they could spend 600 million in the summer. And I know that sounds ridiculous because no one spends that sort of money, but Liverpool could, man. You know, it's a possibility that Liverpool could spend that much money. Honestly, they could. They could literally go out and go, you know what, we're going to spend 600 million. You know, look, me and Drifty, big up Drifty, we said it at the end of last season, Liverpool going to spend big this summer. It was an obvious thing that Liverpool were going to spend big this summer because Liverpool needed players in. They don't need a rebuild. You know, teams like Manchester City at the moment, they need a rebuild. You know, they're looking at rebuilds right at the moment. But Liverpool are not looking at rebuild. They're just looking at getting quality players in, and that's it. You know, just quality players in. You know, letting go some of the. You know, we're not letting go really of first teamers. We're setting players probably underneath the first team, really, and we're getting first teamers in to replace them, which just makes your squad better. Wirtz has come in. No one's been sold yet. Frimpong's come in. No one's really been sold yet. I suppose Trent went for 10 million, but he was coming in anyway. So we are keeping, it looks like the first level, the first team starters, apart from maybe Luis Diaz, which we'll get to in a minute. If we're keeping that first level of player, and then we're selling the underneath, but then buying first team players, that just makes our squad better right now. So Wirtz going into this midfield, with the likes of, your Sposlais, your Gravenberches, your McAllisters, it's just going to make our team a lot better, a lot stronger, a lot bigger. Obviously Paul Joyce has said as well, Arne Slot wants to slim down his team a little bit. And I hear that as well. You don't want too much of a big squad. I know a lot of people think you need big squads in this day and age. I don't think you need their squads that big. I think managers like having around 16 to 17 players that they can rely on. And that's probably what Liverpool go looking to doing. I know injuries are always a thing, but look, injuries happen in all sport. Injuries happen in football. It's very difficult to have, 3 players to every position that are all quality, because you can't keep players like that happy. It's pretty much a difficult thing to do. So 16 to 17 quality footballers that can all play first team football is what you need, man. Is what you need. Big up to everyone in the chat, though. Hope you're all doing well. Hope everyone's doing good, man. Yeah, Paul, man. Big up to you. Frimpong was £29 million. I think it's even cheaper. Yeah, Frimpong was a bargain, and it's 10 million every year. Do you know what I mean? It's like 10 million for 3 years. And with Trent going for 10 million, we've already paid 10 million for Frimpong this summer. So Frimpong for this summer was basically free because the Trent money for the 10 million we got for Trent, that's gone. That could just go to the Frimpong money. So if you think about it, the first year of Frimpong this year was basically for free. No money spent on Frimpong, and we got him at right back. That's quality business. Quality business. Conor Bradley getting his new deal as well. 2 quality right backs. All good, man. All good. Lawrence says, I can't see us spending 100 million on Wirtz and 115 plus on Isaac. This might be the only summer we do it, to be fair, Laura. And then after that, we go back to normal. But it could be a possibility. We'll talk about why in a minute. Injury record. Yeah, I hear that as well. Big up Yossi in the chat. Big up my man Tone in the chat. I think I saw Colin in the chat as well. Big up Colin as well. We can recoup about 200 million in sales. I think we will. I think we'll get a lot of money back. Big up my man. Big up everyone. Pep said he don't want to spend big. What a load of BS. Oh, yeah. Well, never believe anything Pep Guardiola says, man. Big up my man Alex. Big up Jamie. Liverpool. Paul. Big up Joshua. Yeah, because Liverpool got no Paul, remember. Big up Fake Pundit. Big up my man Tony. Yeah, if we can bring in a top forward now, that would be sweet. Definitely will. Are we in for Oshman? I don't think so. Big up my man K-Mac. Hope you're doing well, big man. Much love. I'll see you tonight on the Sam show. Jay, I've been waiting for this stream for a very long time. Sorry, I meant a couple of weeks. Big up, man. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Yeah, Kelleher's gone as well. That's a good point. 18 million quid there. That 18 million probably went towards the deal for Wirtz, man. Big up my man. Next season's going to be a madness. It certainly is. Look, this Wirtz deal is huge. And look, we've known about it for a while. We've been talking about it for a while, about Wirtz. It's we all saw it happening. A lot of Liverpool fans, I kept telling Liverpool fans, man. Big up Sammy in the chat as well. Much love, man. 3 likes away from 100, guys. Let's hit that like button, guys. Let's hit that like button. Let's get over 100, man. So a lot of people in the chat not in the chat. A lot of Liverpool fans on social media, especially, we're a bit worried about the Wirtz stuff. And I kept trying to tell everyone, I believe it'll happen now. I think, transfers like this take time. The fact that it's not actually a British transfer at the moment is just fantastic. Liverpool went, you know what? We don't want to break the British record. And I respect that. I ain't gonna lie. I respect that. They could have easily just gone and broken the British record and got him a little bit sooner, maybe, and just bowed down to what Leverkusen wanted. But my club, my owners are like, nah, I'm good. I don't need to go there. I don't need to break the British record. He wants to come to us. Why do we need to break a British record right now if the player wants to come to us? Liverpool held out. The transfer was the same as it was a couple of weeks ago. When 2 weeks ago, guys, we did a show where Liverpool bid £100 million flat and £16 million in add-ons. Nothing changed. Literally nothing changed. What was it 10 days ago, a week ago? I can't remember how long ago it was, guys. But we did that video where Liverpool bid £100 million flat fee, £100 million flat, right? No instalments, guaranteed money, and then £16 million in add-ons. The transfer has not changed. The transfer, it's not changed. It's exactly the same deal as it was a week or so ago. Yeah, 100 million with 16 million add-ons. And that is what Liverpool, apparently, second bid got rejected last week. They got the rejection last week. I think it was actually last week before I went away. That bid apparently got rejected, and it's still the same deal, and it's still the same transfer. It's 100 million guaranteed and 16 million in add-ons. Now, I think the only other little bit of difference is that I think if Liverpool win Champions League and Premier Leagues and stuff like that, more difficult add-ons, there's another 10 million extra apparently. Yeah, but at this moment in time, it's £100 million up front and 16 million in add-ons, and the 16 million, the 16 million add-ons haven't been added on yet. So in theory, this transfer right now has cost Liverpool 100 million quid. That's all this transfer has cost Liverpool, because the add-ons will be the add-ons after a year or two's time. So Liverpool didn't even break the British record. The only way the British record gets broken is if obviously Liverpool go to do what they need to do with these add-ons and have to pay the £16 million extra. But at this moment in time, my club are like, nah, don't need to do that. Don't need to break a record right now. Why do we need to break? We don't need to break records right now. He's going to come to us. Do you remember when everyone was saying 150 million euros? It's going to be like 300 million total transfer. Do you remember them rumours? Like 300 million total transfer, the wages, the amount you guys are going to have to pay. It's and my club know what they're doing, man. My club know what they're doing. And the fact is, and this is a big statement. We got Germany's biggest, baddest player, and he didn't want to go to Bayern Munich. That hardly ever happens. We got the hottest prospect in Germany, the hottest player in Germany, who is German, and he did not want to go to Bayern Munich. He looked at Bayern Munich. He looked at Bayern Munich. He looked at Vincent Kompany as the manager, wearing his baggy suit and his baseball cap, and went, nah, I'm not having no part of that. None part of that, man. And that I give, that's a massive coup for us. I don't think people realise how big of a coup that is for us, because there's not many German superstars at this young of an age that are around 22 years of age, already got German caps, already won a league that weren't with Bayern Munich. Didn't go to Bayern Munich. Look at all the Dortmund stars. Look at all the German Dortmund stars and that won league titles with Borussia Dortmund, but then ended up going to Bayern Munich. Yeah. or the non-German players like Lewandowski, who ended up going to Bayern Munich. Hummel's going to Bayern Munich, you know. It happens. But Wirtz didn't. You know, Wirtz didn't. Wirtz was like, nah, I'm not going to Bayern Munich. Turn Manchester City down. And this is one thing I wanted to talk about as well. So, Wirtz turned down Manchester City. There's been a lot of talk. I think there's been some discussions why he turned down Man City. By the sounds of it, Pep Guardiola is not going to be at Man City for much longer, according to Paul Joyce. And that's one of the reasons he turned them down. I don't know how much that is true, but that's one of the reasons. But, you know, when we didn't get Jude Bellingham, when Liverpool didn't get Jude Bellingham, and in my opinion, if Liverpool wanted Jude Bellingham, I think Liverpool would have bought Jude Bellingham, because these are the same owners and same people that have just bought Wirtz, you know, that bought Alisson, that bought Virgil van Dijk, you know, monster money, right? I think if they wanted to buy Bellingham, they wanted to buy Bellingham. I think there's two things. I think Bellingham turned us down, one. I think Bellingham turned us down flat. And two, Liverpool back then, like City are doing today, have to rebuild their midfield. And I think we're doing the same thing. You know, Liverpool needed to rebuild their midfield. Liverpool couldn't afford the full Jude Bellingham package back in the day and then still complete our midfield by having to buy all the other players in. In fact, I think Liverpool would have been worse if they bought Jude Bellingham and no one else in our midfield, because we would have struggled financially to do that, all them deals. And that's what Man City have done, to be fair to them. Man City have gone, look, we need to rebuild our midfield. So fair enough, they're rebuilding their midfield a different way. But Liverpool don't need to rebuild. The rebuild's already been done. You know, the rebuild was done when McAllister, Gravenberch, Endo and Szoboszlai walked through the door. Our rebuild is done. We don't need to rebuild. What we need now is just get some extras. We just need to get some extras. We just need to get the world class now. And that's where we're shopping. So we're shopping in the world class bracket, and they wanted Wirtz. They saw an opportunity to buy Wirtz, and they've taken it. And big up to the football club for doing it, because it's a huge statement to the rest of Europe, in my opinion. You know, I know rival fans are going to talk now, and they're going to say Wirtz ain't all that and all this bullshit. It's because it's what they do. They're going to bring up lies. You know, like Man United fans are absolutely on cloud nine at the moment because they've got Cunha and then Wermo. If I told Man United fans 4 years ago that you will go buy Cunha and then Wermo, they told us to go away. We don't buy that caliber of footballer, right? 4 years, I'm telling you, 4 years ago, Man United fans would have gone to you. Oh, and Wermo and Cunha. No, we're Man United. We don't buy at that level. What are you chatting about? We don't buy at that level. You know, they're not Man United material. Now, 4 years later, because they're in the mud, they're like, oh, these are unbelievable signings that are going to transform our team. Yeah, you're still going to be in the mud. You know what I mean? You're still going to be that. You still going to be in the mud, man. You're going to still be in the mud. And if Wermo goes to Tottenham, more mudded, man. More mudded. But Liverpool don't need to do that now. Liverpool have built their midfield up. They've, you know, we got Salah on a new contract, Virgil on a new contract. You know, we've got Wirtz in now, we've got Frimpong in now. It looks like Kirkes is coming in. We're eating, guys. And the food tastes delicious. Do you know what I mean? The food tastes delicious. Jamie, haven't heard him. Wermo might be turning down United for Spurs. That's hilarious. That's the because Thomas Frank's gone to Spurs. Big up Thomas Frank, by the way. He's going to do a great job. Thomas Frank, look, the thing is though, and Wermo's best, you know, he's been at his best playing for Thomas Frank, to be fair, ain't he? And at this moment in time, Tottenham are in the Champions League, and Wermo's never played Champions League football. If he goes to Man United, is he going to play Champions League football anytime soon? Probably not. So, yeah, I mean, go Tottenham, man. It makes sense. Go to Tottenham. Go to Tottenham. But, yeah, Liverpool are doing great stuff in the market. And, look, these kind of summers are not going to be every year because we don't need to do this kind of thing every single summer. You know, Liverpool don't need to go and break the bank every summer for certain players. But every now and then is what you need to do. You know, if Liverpool get this summer perfect, yeah. If Liverpool Football Club pretty much get this summer spot on, next summer they don't have to go all out. You just have to go and get the odd one or two players that you might need to freshen things up. That's all we've ever asked as a fan base. All we've asked as a fan base is get the players in when you need them, and then the following summer, just get one or two in to just freshen things up. That's all you need. If Liverpool can tie down Kirkes, Frimpong and Wirtz, and they get a striker, that might be it for the summer, right? And I know a lot of people will say we need a centre-back. The only way we get a centre-back if one of them gets sold. If we sell a centre-back, then we'll buy a centre-back. If we don't sell a centre-back, we got 4 centre-backs. I believe Konate stays and signs a new contract. So Virgil and Konate are your number 2, your first choice partnership that go play most games. And you got Gomez and Kwanzaa behind. I mean, it's very hard to go and buy a centre-back that's not going to play a lot of games if Virgil and Konate are playing most of the games, guys. I think this is one thing a lot of people don't really take into context when you're buying footballers. Do I want the best back 4 in the world? Yeah. Do I want the best 4 centre-backs? Yeah. Is Arne Slot going to rotate his 2 centre-backs that much? I don't think he is. I think Virgil and Konate will play a lot of games next season, as they should. You know, I think there's two positions that you shouldn't rotate too much on the pitch, and that's the goalkeeper and your 2 centre-backs. I think you can rotate everywhere else on the pitch if you want. You know, if you want to rotate everywhere else on the pitch, go for it. But the 2 positions I think you should probably leave alone is the goalkeeper and the 2 centre-backs, because that way you get a bit of like your goalkeeper's settled, your defence is settled. It's very important to have them positions settled on the pitch. So if that's the case, Liverpool are after young centre-backs as well. So I think if Kwanzaa or Gomez goes in this summer, and if they leave in this summer, Liverpool might go and get a young centre-back in that's got a high ceiling, it's got good ability, and can take his chance when getting the team. Then go and get that kind of player in. If not, I'm quite happy. Like, some Liverpool fans might not be. You know, some Liverpool fans might want, you know, new legs in that centre-back area. I'm quite all right with it. I think Kwanzaa's actually a decent player. I just think he had last season, his whatever reason it was, we might know what his reason was, but I don't think he was mentally all there last season. But when I look at Kwanzaa, I think there's a reason why teams like Bayer Leverkusen are looking at Kwanzaa, because there is ability there. There is something about him. There is obviously a player there that teams are looking at and thinking, yeah, I could get something out of him. So, you know, if we don't sell him, I'm cool with keeping him, guys. I'm literally cool with keeping him this summer, man. Especially if we get the striker and we need to get in. If this club, right, somehow get either get an Alexander-Isak or an Alvarez into this in this summer, I'm all right if we don't buy anything else. I ain't gonna lie. If Liverpool's summer is Frimpong, Kirkes, Wirtz and Isak, I am totally all right with us not getting another midfielder or a defender till January or next summer. I really am, because I understand that's a shitload of money. That's a shitload of money. You know what I mean? Big up Scraps in the chat. That's a lot of cash, man. It's a lot of cash. So if that's the way we're going to be, I'm fine with it, man. I'm literally fine with it. Big up Scottish Bear. Big up the mods in the chat as well. Get people hitting that like button. With 20 likes away from 150. You've got 280 in the house, man. Let's hit them likes up. I appreciate it. So I'm good with that. Honestly, I can understand from the club point of view. You spent out a lot of money. You're probably looking at £300 million outgoings, if that's the case. If they can get someone like Isak in. You're looking at over £300 million spent. And I don't think we'd need much more, because say Diaz stays. I'm not sure if Diaz stays or goes. We'll talk about it in a minute. Say Diaz stays as a left winger. Diaz left wing, Salah right wing, Isaac number 9, Wirtz number 10. Is there a better front four in the league? If Liverpool can do that, if Liverpool can do it, like let's play. I would say dreamland, but it's not dreamland right now because for some reason our owners are actually like, you know what, get what you want. If that's our front four, and say the season starts and our front four is Diaz, Salah, Wirtz, and Isaac, is there much better than that around? Like, honestly, is there much better than that around? I don't think there's much of better than that about. I really don't. That would just be scary times for people, man. Scary times. That would be absolute. It would be madness. I think we can all say Kirkes is going to get done. Paul Joyce pretty much said that Kirkes is a done deal when he was listing the players we bought this summer. He put Kirkes in there. So Paul Joyce knows obviously something's happening. So I say the Kirkes thing is done. The Frimpong thing's done. The Wirtz thing's done. He's just got to have a medical. Then we get the striker in. Woo-hoo! Yeah, man. That's different. That's different, man. Maybe FSG spending, this could be their last season. I don't think so, Simon. I don't think so. I think they're still going to do a lot of business in the years to come. Premier League's not ready for that. Yeah, that front four is just ridiculous. It's on another level. I don't know. It might be the best front four in Europe. I might be getting carried away with myself a little bit. But arguably could be the best front four in Europe. Like Salah bangs goals and assists. We know what Wirtz has done. He's an elite level attacking midfielder. Can drift off to the left-hand side as well. Isaac's one of the best finishers in the world. Diaz is a quality left winger. It could be the best front four in world football, you know. That is just difference. Just different, you know what I mean?
John Henry, great businessman, John. Thank you very much. Great businessman.
Yeah, John Henry, man. My owner. My owner. and look, if we do say this is our summer, yeah? Say this is our summer, right? That's our summer. Then 4 players: Kirkes, Frimpong, Wirtz, and Isaac, yeah? That's our summer, right? Then next summer, if Liverpool just buy a midfielder and a centre-back next summer, I'm totally happy with it because we don't need much more. You know, if Liverpool only spend 100 million quid next summer, they get another midfielder in that pivot area, that defensive-minded midfielder, and they go and get a centre-back in. I'm perfectly like, yeah, cool. That's all I'm not sitting here going, oh, fuck's sake, like, because that's all I look at. That's all I think we need. Now, how much more do we need in a club right now? Maybe a left winger. Maybe a left winger. You know, maybe a left winger. Big up, man. No other top club in Europe is great as fast as Liverpool. If same growth continues, it will be the most valuable club of 2030. Big up, you know, much love to you, man. Big up YNWA as well, because I think he was sticking up for me the other day as well. So, yeah, big up, man. Big up, man. Next year we need cover for Robbo. Yeah. Big up, Charlie. Game over. DM and the striker. Big up Bonkers in the chat, man. Some will be awesome, these signings, and you're dancing. Big up, Gurbsy. If we go and get Isaac or whatever is my word. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Look, do I think... Look, look, here's what I think might happen. I actually think we might get Hugo Ekitike, right? I think Ekitike could be a baller for Liverpool. I've watched quite a lot of his stuff recently, and I actually think Ekitike could actually be superb for Liverpool. Now, I know a lot of people will say his goal return's not that good in Germany. I hear that, but we've seen a lot of players' goals returns are very good in Germany. Then they come to the Premier League and actually fail in a way. So I don't know if we can go by that so much. I think you have to look at the talent, and the talent's there. Look, Darwin Núñez balled out in Portugal, came to Liverpool. We know what happened. You know, I don't always think we can go on goal returns in the leagues that they play in. You know, who's the German striker who played for Leipzig? Was getting massive goal returns, games in the Premier League, and failed. I don't think you always have to. I don't think you always have to look at that so much. But I think Ekitike is a quality little footballer. You know, he's got a lot of Isaacs about him. If you actually look at the way he plays, he's very Isaac-like. He's very Isaac-like. Werner, that's it, Werner. Yeah, scored goal to fun in Germany. Come to England and it's finding Timo, ain't it? Do you know what I mean? So I don't think we can always go by that, guys. I really don't. But I think that I actually, when you watch Ekitike, he looks a bit like, he plays a bit like Isaac. He's got a lot of the same fundamentals as Isaac. And I think Liverpool can get it. I think, so what I'm hearing, I don't know about you guys, when I look at it right now, what I'm hearing is that Liverpool are favourites for Ekitike, and Ekitike wants Liverpool. That's what I've been reading today. That's what I've heard today as well. You know, that's what I think he wants. I think he's looked at his Liverpool project and he's waiting for us to buy him. I think Ekitike wants us to buy him. I think he's desperate to come to us. I think he's seen that and gone, I'm going to play with Mo Salah and Florian Wirtz. Yeah, where do I sign? Where do I sign this paper right now? Just give me the contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would, I think Liverpool will get their price down for Ekitike as well. Remember, guys, we're talking about Liverpool Football Club here. We are the best. We are the best at business under Michael Edwards' regime. I think now we've got to look at what Michael Edwards does in his job. I know Richard Hughes is the sporting director and he's done a lot of the groundwork, but it's no coincidence a lot of this is happening with Michael Edwards behind the scenes. And we go to Michael Edwards when he was sporting director at Liverpool with Jurgen Klopp. Remember, Michael Edwards didn't become sporting director until I think 2016-17 season. He became sporting director in Jurgen Klopp's first full year at the football club. And if you look at the players that he bought and the business that he did and the way he built that team and he built that squad, and he said no to certain players and bought other players, and he liked to be impatient and getting the right player. Like when we didn't get Virgil van Dijk and he went, no, we ain't getting any other centre-back. We'll wait for Virgil. And then like 6 months later when it was Christmas, we went and bought Virgil. And now you see what we're doing this summer, you know, and you see what we did last summer. I know we didn't really do any business last summer, but I think the Marmadashvili signing is going to prove to be an immense signing in the years to come. All right. So, and I think Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes right now are looking at Ekitike, right? They think Isaac's, I think they really rate and love Alexander Isak, right? But they might just think he's a bit unattainable right now. And they're not willing to wait 12 months to get Alexander Isak in 12 months' time because Liverpool go and let Darwin Núñez go. Darwin Núñez is leaving his football club. Don't worry about that. He's leaving his football club. They need to buy a striker. Liverpool, for this position, can't afford for me to wait for 12 months now. I don't think they'll get someone in just to make weight and then wait for 12 months to get someone in. I just don't think they're going to do that anymore. I think they're looking at you, Ekitike, and going, you know what? Isaac's our guy. He's who we want. But this guy is attainable, he's available, and he has a lot of the similar attributes as Alexander Isak does. And if we put him around Salahs of this world, the McAllisters, the Wirtz, the Fringpongs, the Kirkeses, You know, we put him around these kind of players, he's got absolutely bang. They got absolutely bang. So I can see it happening. Be up Bruno says Chelsea are after Ekitike as well. According to reports just now as well, Ekitike prefers the Liverpool move. Osherman's wage demand's a bit crazy, apparently. There's not many strikers out there. I think there's a list of 4 players, yeah? The 4 strikers I believe Liverpool are looking at are Ekitike, Isak, Alvarez and Osherman. They're the 4. They're literally, I think they're the 4 strikers Liverpool are looking at. I don't think they've got anyone else on their radar. I'll be shocked if they go for anyone else or looking at anyone else. It looks like Benjamin Sesko's going to Arsenal. Gyökeres, I don't think Liverpool are ever in a hunt for him. He looks like he might be going to Man United right now. And also, it sounds like Sporting Lisbon are actually hard to deal with because this Gyökeres deal, you know, apparently he's got a gentleman hat. His release clause is 100 million euros, but apparently Sporting Lisbon have got a gentleman's handshake where they do deal at 60 million, but apparently they're not going for that no more, and Sporting want more money. So Sporting are hard to deal with. I wouldn't touch this Gyökeres deal with Sporting at the moment because they're being arseholes. So I wouldn't go near that. They're the 4 for me. You know, if Osherman is okay bringing his wages down, I could see Liverpool maybe going for him. But I think his age might be I don't know if they want. I think they want a younger striker. I literally think. Yeah, the owner said, screw the gentleman's handshake. Exactly. They're playing hardball now. Reports Joshua wants 400 grand a week. We're not touching that then. We're not touching that. I think Liverpool can get Ekitike for 65 million quid. I honestly do. I think Liverpool can get Ekitike for 65 million. And if they can get Ekitike for around that 60, 65 million price range, I think they go and buy him. The fact that Ekitike has not gone to Chelsea yet, and Chelsea haven't got him over the line yet when they got their World Club Championship start. Is it tomorrow? It starts. And their transfer deadline is finished now. Like the transfer deadline for the World Club Championships is finished. It opens again in 10 days or a week's time. And the fact they never went and got him when they were meant to get him, I think tells you everything you need to know. I think Liverpool will get Ekitike. And I'll tell you what, I'm all right with that, man. I don't know, Sleepy. I think 65 million quid was about 80 million euros. I think they'd take 80 million euros. I really do. Big up Pimp in the house, man. Yeah, man. Big up Link. Look, Liverpool can get Osherman as well. Look, Osherman's a goal scorer, man. Osherman's a goal scorer. But I think the club might like Ekitike because there's a lot I like about him. You know, there is a lot I like about him. He's very Isak-like. He's about as close to Isak as Isak himself as a striker out there right now. And if that's the profile striker that Liverpool are looking at, then Ekitike makes a lot of sense to me. It makes a lot of sense. As I said, Gyökeres, Liverpool aren't going to deal with Sporting, man. You know, he's got a release clause, yeah. Then they got a made-up gentleman's handshake. Then they're not releasing him now. They're wanting more money. I'd leave Gyökeres out of this, man. I'd leave Gyökeres out of this. That's why he ain't gone nowhere. You know, Sporting are not great to deal with. I look in the Premier League, who's available as a striker. No one really fits the bill. That João Pedro is linked to Newcastle. Big up everyone in chat as well as just joining as well. Much love to you guys. Hope you're all doing good. Yeah, Mamouche's 65 million. So if Mamouche's 65 million, Ekitike 65 million, I can see that happening. I can see a deal. I think what Frankfurt are trying to do, and credit to them, they're trying to keep their star player. They're trying to keep their star players. So they're putting prices on their head to warn people off. But I think if you come in from Liverpool are very good at business. If Liverpool, here's the thing. Liverpool have been heavily linked with Ekitike today, right? They've been heavily linked with Ekitike today. If Liverpool think they can get Ekitike, they'll go and buy him. It's as simple as that. If Liverpool think they can get him and they think there's a deal there, they'll go and buy him. It's what they did with Wirtz. They believed there was a deal there. They went and bought him. That is what Liverpool do. They don't really like to get into a lot of negotiations and messing around and all that sort of stuff. If they think they can get the player, they will just go and get the player. Now, I know people say, the Wirtz thing took about 3 weeks from when it was first published. If we go back 3 weeks ago now, all these reporters saying Liverpool transfers got rejected. Pretty much bullshit, because Liverpool paid the same fee that was reported 2 weeks ago. So this is the thing. Look, if Liverpool think they can get Isak, right? If Liverpool think they can get Alexander Isak, if they think they can go to Newcastle and go, you know what, we want Alexander Isak. He's our top priority as a striker. Yeah, we spent all this money on Wirtz. I think there's also a reason, guys. I think there's also a reason why Liverpool didn't want to just go and pay the money Bayer Leverkusen wanted for Wirtz in the first place. Remember, Bayer Leverkusen wanted 150 million euros for Wirtz, yeah? Liverpool never intended to pay that amount of money. They didn't really want to break the British transfer record for him, but they were happy spending 100 million upfront guaranteed money, which tells me they're saving coppers, yeah? Because they've got other players that are on big deals as interest. There's other players out there, they're thinking, we've got to save a little bit because we want that player. Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards and Arne Slot, in my opinion, have already worked out who they're going for. We don't know about it because we don't know anything behind the scenes. But I guarantee behind the scenes, them three know who they're going for and who they're looking at. Phone calls might have already been made. Conversations might have already been made. All this stuff might have been done already, yeah? But we don't know about it because we shouldn't know about it because we're the public, yeah? We don't work there. We shouldn't know everything behind the scenes. We'll wait till it happens, yeah? But you're on a slot. Go back to last season, guys. Go back to last season. It was like just before the Tottenham game. Arne Slot came out and said, me and Richard Hughes already know every position we're going to go for in the summer and we're going to attack the summer transfer market. That is what they said. And at this moment in time, it looks like it's true because it's only June the 13th, Friday the 13th, by the way, which is mad. June the 13th, and we've already got Wirtz. It looks like we're going to get Kirkes, or it looks like we're going to get Frimpong. So what Arne Slot said in that press conference is coming true. It looks like they already know. So it tells me they know the striker they're going for as well. And I believe Alexander Isak is our first choice striker. And I think Ekitike is our second choice striker because Ekitike has got a lot of the same traits as Alexander Isak. So if Alexander Isak is a no-go, they'll go and get Hugo Ekitike. They're the two. I love Julian Alvarez. He'd be my guy I'd go and get. He's my favourite. I think he's an absolute baller. He could do everything. I just don't think we'll be able to get him out of Atletico Madrid this summer. But there's a chance Liverpool could get Isak. But if we don't, I think we'll get Hugo Ekitike. We'll be happy, man, because trust me, I think this Ekitike for Liverpool would be very, very good. Very, very good. Really good. Don't be concerned about his stats in Germany, guys, and all that, because, you know, as we know, can't really go by that, really. I think it'd be a tremendous talent for us, man. Be a tremendous talent. You need a plan Bs, man. You need plan Bs. Be up, Nigel Rose. Be up. Yeah, absolutely correct. Big up, man. Big up. Ekitike and Isak also give us so much needed height up front. It certainly does, especially when you've got a crosser on the ball. Like, you know, Frimpong likes to cross the ball from the byline. Kirkes likes to get running up and down in wings, crossing from the byline. You know, you need height in the box a little bit more as well. Marcus Thuram from Inter. So I watched a lot of Italian football last season, and Marcus Thuram is a very good link-up player. I just don't think he's what we need at this moment in time. I think we need more of a finisher. I like him, though. I just don't think he's... I'd rather Ekitike to Thuram, personally. Big up Scraps. Jamie Kelleher going as Kwanzaa, Trent Elliott going or gone. How do we solve the homegrown issue? Frimpong is just one. So Curtis Jones, Frimpong. Let me just try and think here. I don't know, actually. They do it somehow. They do it somehow. I don't know. So the homegrown rule can be sort of moved around a little bit in the Premier League, but Europe take it a little bit more seriously. So Europe's homegrown rule is a little bit different to the Premier League's homegrown rule. Didn't Wolves only have like 2 homegrown players like a couple of seasons ago? So yeah, it'd be interesting. I don't know, Scraps. Trying to think. That's why I think Gomez or Kwanzaa will stay, to be honest, Scraps. I don't know if both of them will go. So Gomez or Kwanzaa stays. Curtis Jones, Frimpong. And then we've got youth players that you could just give that to as well, can't you? To be fair. Adam Walter, Angelo Stiller in the 6. So the Angelo Stiller stuff is a bit interesting because there was rumours that Stiller was going to go to Real Madrid only last week, and that's turned out not to happen. I love Stiller, man. I think he's a very good footballer. He's a line passer. He breaks the lines with his passing extremely well. He's the sort of midfielder that I know Slot would like. I just don't know if we're going to buy a midfielder this summer, guys, because I think Harvey Elliott's going to go. I mean, did anyone see that interview of Harvey Elliott the other day before the under-21s kicked off? By the way, Harvey Elliott scored for England yesterday. So big up Harvey Elliott. As I keep saying, I love Harvey Elliott. I think Harvey Elliott's a fantastic footballer, yeah. I just don't know where Harvey Elliott's going to play. So if Harvey Elliott's going to only play right wing, you've got Salah there, and Frimpong can possibly play there. So where's Harvey going to play? The number 10 position now you're going to take is Wirtz and Szoboszlai. So where's Harvey going to play there? Harvey's not robust enough to play in the double pivot for Arnie Slot. So, and with Elliott's comments he made the other day saying that he can't waste his years not playing football, basically, I think Harvey's going to leave in the summer, man. I think Harvey's going to leave in the summer. I think he's gone, man. I think Harvey goes. I think Harvey goes. And then our midfield, we got obviously Wirtz, McAllister, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Endo, and Curtis Jones, and Stefan Bajcetic. There's the 7 midfielders. Now, obviously, Stefan's got hamstring injury. How the fuck you get an hamstring injury when he's not playing? I don't know. But he's had hamstring surgery and he might miss pre-season. I'm just done with him. Let him go, man. I don't want Stefan Bajcetic in my team. The man gets injured just walk into the shop. I don't want him. Right? I'm looking at it now. McAllister and Gravenberch are your first choice double pivot, yeah? That is Arne Slot's first choice double pivot right now. Wirtz are probably playing the 10. Then you got Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones as bench players. And he might Slot might be looking at it and thinking Szoboszlai can play in that double pivot area next season. Again, that still means we're one midfielder short. Still means we're one midfielder short. Because if you're selling Harvey Elliott, so if Liverpool keep Harvey Elliott, I'm all right. So if Liverpool keep Harvey Elliott, you've got McAllister, Gravenberch, Wirtz, Szoboszlai, Endo, Curtis Jones, and Harvey Elliott. I'm actually all right. I can wait for a midfielder till the following summer when I think Curtis Jones leaves. So I think this is going to be Curtis Jones's last season at Liverpool. I think he goes the following season. But that's if we keep Harvey Elliott. If we don't keep Harvey Elliott, then Liverpool need a midfielder, in my opinion. And who's that midfield? Stiller's right there. The thing with Stiller, he's very reasonably priced. You know, I like Adam Walton, but Stiller's like going to be like 20 million quid, 30 million quid cheaper than Adam Walton, probably. Adam Walton, look, Crystal Palace, what I've heard is they want £100 million for Adam Walton. That's what Palace want. Brighton want £100 million plus for Belieber. Liverpool ain't going to go there, man. If Liverpool look for a midfielder, Stiller will be cheap. It will be cheap. Is it the midfield thing's going to be interesting, man? The midfield bit's going to be interesting. I think we need 8 homegrown. So Jones, Bradley, Trey, Rio, Frimpong, Harvey Days, McConnell, all are one short to promote a youngster, Dan's and Kumas possibly. Yeah. I forgot about Bradley. I don't think Trey's old enough, Tone. I don't think Trey's old enough. Neither's Rio yet. You've got to be 21, ain't you? Be classed as homegrown. So I think that's only Connor, Curtis, Harvey Davis, McConnell, I think, right now. You can have up to 8 homegrown, but I don't think you need 8 homegrown, if I remember rightly, guys. I don't think you need I think you have to have 8 homegrown is what you think, but I don't think you need to have 8. But you can't go over 8. I agree with you, Jamie. There is more developed and experienced of the two options. Will be cheaper than Walton. Yeah, man, it'd be an option, man. Pallister after Doak, that's true. James Stuttgart have clauses instead of contract and brought out his release clause. He won't be as cheap as you think. I'm actually what so Stuttgart have clauses in Stiller's contract and brought in his release clause. What's his release clause, Nick? I swear his release clause was cheap. It's a maximum amount of foreign players, not a minimum amount of homegrown. Yeah, that's why I think. So Darwin's going to get sold. Diaz maybe. Tsimikas is going to be sold. Diaz is going. Darwin's going to be sold. And we'll probably go sell others as well. You can register players that turn 22 before January 1st, 2026. If they turn after, they don't have to be registered for upcoming season. I'll big up, man. Should be all right then. God's are in talks with Leverkusen. He is. 50 mil. It's 35 million next season. Yeah, we're just talking about that, Sam. Big up, Sam Max Legend in the house. Have you heard the latest? Liverpool might also be in for Oshman. Yeah, that's what we're talking about right now. You know, the 4 strikers that Liverpool could be after Ekatike, Isaac, Alvarez, and Oshman. They're the 4. I'd take Oshman, man. I'd take Oshman. Be up free to me doing, man. Yeah, hit the likes, guys. Make sure you smash these likes up. Yeah, I think Harvey Elliott will leave. I think Luis Diaz is an interesting one, guys. Luis Diaz, guys. Luis Diaz. What are we thinking about Luis Diaz? Because Liverpool said he's not for sale, but then Liverpool are not giving him a new contract. I don't know about you guys, I think Liverpool just want to get the maximum profit out of Luis Diaz they can. You know, the rumours were Barcelona originally bid around the £45 million offer for Luis Diaz that got, you know, they didn't even pick up the phone. You know what I mean? I just left the voicemail. Richard Hughes just blanked it. It's like, no, I ain't answering that. I think Liverpool are looking around the 85 million quid. I think they're looking for that for Luis Diaz. Big up Solo in the chat as well. I hope you're doing well, Solo. 85 million quid, maybe, for Luis Diaz. If they get that, I think they'll sell him. If they don't, they'll keep him. Simple as that. What I heard, big up Solo in the chat, man. Make sure you go and subscribe to Solo's channel as well, guys. Hope you're doing well, man. Big up Connor as well in the chat. How you doing, man? How you doing? Big up Jenna. Everyone's doing well. Yeah, big up Trudon as well in the chat. I look at the Luis Diaz situation. I think Liverpool. I don't think Liverpool want to give him a new deal. Weirdly, it's because Diaz is on such cheap wages, such a cheap contract that Liverpool probably like, if we don't sell him, we know he'll still play well for us. He'll still do bits for us, and we'll just let him leave. I think Liverpool quite happy with that. You know, if they don't sell Diaz this summer, I don't think they'll give him a new deal. I just think they'll let him play out his contract because his contract is nothing. No, financially, his contract is not that high, so it's not a worry. I think Liverpool really rate Luis Diaz and are not in a hurry to sell him. But if they get money like 85 million quid that's been rumoured around at this moment in time, if they get that kind of money, I think Liverpool will sell him. If they don't get that kind of money, I think Liverpool will just keep him. He'll stay at the club and he'll just play out his contract. That's what I think. That's what I think will happen. You know, I just don't know where. You know, I just don't think Liverpool want to shop around for a left winger. And here's the other thing. I don't want Wirtz playing left wing. I really don't. I watched Wirtz play for Germany in that left wing area. I don't want him left wing. I seriously don't want him left wing. Now, I know he drifts off to the left a little bit because that's more natural for him. I want him central, man. I want Wirtz central. I want him in the action. Now, I know a lot of people have said, he's too small to play in the number 10. He'll get beaten up in that area of the pitch. Bollocks. Absolute bollocks. They'd be fine there. I just don't want him. I just don't want him left wing, man. I don't want us playing, you know, Szoboszlai's got to play the 10 because he's got to do the leg work for Salah. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think that's why we bought Frimpong. I think Frimpong's going to be the leg work for Salah because Frimpong is going to get up and down that pitch at 100 miles an hour for 90 minutes every single week. There's Salah's legs. You don't need Szoboszlai to do that no more. You go have Frimpong going, and Conor Bradley will even do it as well. If Conor Bradley plays, he'd be Salah's legs getting up and down that right-hand side. Just let Salah do what he does, man. I don't need Salah. I don't want to see Salah crossing the halfway line next season to do the defend. I'm telling you that right now. Just go hang. Just stay up the pitch, man. I don't need Salah doing any running next season. I don't need him doing any running next season. Zero. Just let Frimpong or Conor Bradley do all the running on the right-hand side. If anything, here's one. If you want to play someone left wing, play Szoboszlai left wing, because that's actually where he should play. Play Szoboszlai left wing. If you want to play someone left wing, play Szoboszlai left wing and leave Wirtz in the number 10 area. That's what I say. Szoboszlai can play out that left-hand side. He likes the freedom out that side of the pitch as well. You know, just leave Wirtz through the middle of the pitch. Wirtz, you're telling me Wirtz wants to play left wing and not be close to Mo Salah? You're having a laugh. You know, Wirtz coming to Liverpool, he's going, you know what, I'm going to play number 10, I'm going to play central, yeah? And I'm going to have Mo Salah here, I'm going to have Luis Diaz here, and I'm going to have McAllister and Gravenberch behind me. Yeah, I'm good, I'm toasty. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? He wants to play little Fred. You tell me Wirtz don't want to play nice little through balls to like an Ekitike if he's a number 9 or a Mo Salah on the right-hand side, or play some 1-2s from Alexis McAllister. Telling me Alexis McAllister and the Wirtz can't play some 1-2s together, some build-up play together. Now, fuck off. And Wirtz is more aggressive than people give him credit for, man. He's German. He's not a pussy. You know what I mean? He can smash it if he wants to smash it. He can pass it if he wants to pass it. You know what I mean? Play Wirtz through the middle, man. My wife. So does mine, Solo. So does mine. So does mine. Big up Fire Burns, man. That's what I'm saying. It's got to be his legs, man. It's got to be his pace. You know, we could do other things as well. You know, we could play maybe a diamond. You know, you play Graham Birch in the tip of the diamond. You play Szoboszlai and McAllister on the right and left hand side of the diamond. You play Wirtz at the top of the diamond, yeah. And then you play Salah and a new striker up top as together as a front two. That's naughty, by the way. And then you can have, and then your width comes from Kirkheads and Frimpong or Conor Bradley down the wide areas of the pitch. You know, big up thing. Wirtz is already a cult hero. He absolutely smashed up Bruno last week as well. Slot could change it, man. As Fire Burns says, flexibility in our squad is good for Slot. Exactly. We could play that diamond. You can literally play Grav in the 6, Szoboszlai on the right hand side, McAllister on the left hand side, Wirtz at the end of the diamond, Salah, and say you play Salah and Ekitike up front as the 2, and Kirkheads and Frimpong up and down as your fullbacks, and then Kanate and Virgil just sitting as the back 2, and Alisson in goal. That's different. I ain't gonna lie. You know, that would be different. That midfield that diamond midfield. So McAllister, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch and Wirtz just keeping the ball. Yeah, I'm here for it, man. Just keeping the ball about for themselves. Yeah. And then Salah and maybe Ekitike up front. Yeah, and they split as well. Because remember, Ekitike can go off to the left, Salah can go off to the right, and then Wirtz can put himself in that false 9 position. So you can split the attack like that as well, playing that diamond way. Yeah, I might just thought of saying that might be what Slot does, you know. So trying to think how these players get in the team. That's how he might go about it. Or he might go the Feyenoord way and just play really wide. So Diaz really wide, Frimpong really wide, Salah in the middle, midfield 3. Oh, could do it like that as well. And then you got, you know, then you got a Gakpo or a Diaz off the bench. You got you can build it up a little bit differently, maybe. Also, playing that diamond through the middle might give you a bit more defensive stability through the middle of the pitch as well. Might give you a bit more defensive stability there. It's interesting times, man. It's interesting times. Yeah, Ekitike, if he's the guy, he's the guy, man. Just get the right players in. That's all I've ever asked. Get the right players in, man. Get the right players in. I can't wait for pre-season, man. I'm pumped already. I literally can't wait for pre-season. I need to see the boys playing again. I need to see the boys playing again. Big up, Charlie. Yeah, Grav and Szoboszlai as a double pivot can happen as well. We can change it around there. Many different ways we can play next season. I can't wait for pre-season, man. Pre-season's going to be excellent. But guys, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to go and have dinner. I'm on a Sam show 11 p.m. tonight. So make sure you're checking out the Sam at 11 p.m. tonight. I'm on his show with the usual Liverpool crowd. So make sure you join us then. Yeah, I'll probably be back tomorrow, guys. Got more stuff tomorrow as well, so I'll be back tomorrow. Now I'm back off my break. I'll be doing a load more videos on my YouTube channel and on my Big Up channel as well. So make sure you subscribe to my Big Up channel, guys, by Getting your phone, going on that QR code, scan the QR code, subscribe to my Big Up channel. We're doing the Advised with Copy show, hopefully tomorrow on my Big Up channel as well. So loads of stuff coming up on YouTube and Big Up. So make sure you subscribe to them both. Appreciate love, guys. I'm going to get out of here now. Enjoy your rest of your day. It's bloody hot out there, so enjoy it. And I'll see you tomorrow, guys, or I'll see you tonight on the Sam Show. Bye-bye for now.